This video was made possible by these Patreon supporters. Hello, I'm JonesPlot120 and we are playing Grow Home, which I think I turned the music... Oh, I didn't turn the music off. It is in fact playing. What is Grow Home? It is a fun little... It's not old. It's not new. But anyways, it's a fun little game where you control a robot who makes a thing grow. Now, I would continue just so that you can kind of get a feel for what the game turns into, but I will start at the very beginning, which is unfortunate because we don't get to go all the way to the top. And one of the things I find the most fun is skydiving in this game, but we're not going to do that. So we're going to start all over again from the very, very beginning. And you can get a feel for how the game is. So, mission report, Star Plant Expedition, day 937, rather. Life-sustaining ecosystem discovered. So there is, zoom, 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 the star plant that we're looking for. So, we play as Botanical Utility Android, or Droid, also known as B.U.D. And this is all actual space. This is all somewhere where you actually get to be at one point. The whole level it's a vertical level. It's not so much long as it is tall, which I think is great. I love games that are tall, you know. I'm a huge fan of games that are really, really high. So, a really high game. Also, our internal power's low, so we better... Come on, bud, don't fight me here. Oh, I'm like... I don't know, that's not what we're doing. We need to get some power because, as you can see, we're bleeping. And bleeping is never a good thing in a video game. So, there we go. Now we can jump into it. Okay, cool. So, what you do is you, not grab these crystals, actually. That's sort of a side mission thing. What you have to do is grow this massive plant that we were looking at in the cutscene. To do that, you have to climb and crawl around and get where you want. What you can do is... Whoop, Bud, get up. What you can do is control Bud's individual arms. So left arm, right arm. And if we walk over to here, and I right click, and it's kind of hard to see around him, but you can kind of see the blue and red. Can you see that? It's right where his head is, unfortunately. And there's no way to change the camera. There it is. So you can see the blue and red. So that's what he's like reaching for. And the blue being his right hand, the red being his left hand. When he gets close enough to grab something, it turns into these handprints. So we can click, and now he's grabbed on with his left hand. And we can click, and then we can click with the right one, and then we can click with the left one, and the right, and now we are rock climbing, because he's got sticky hands. He can pretty much climb on any surface, which is great. So we're gonna grab this next crystal. So once we get 10 crystals, I think we can actually change camera view. But then you get some extra cool stuff, like being able to fly around with a jetpack and stuff. I had found, on my original save, I had found about, I think, 80% of the crystals, and that's kind of where I've just stopped. Because there's no reason, I don't think, for me to keep going. After that, you're just getting easier and easier ways to move about. But the crystals are hidden all over the fucking level. It's a really hard place to find. Or really hard things to find, rather. You can kind of see them here on this bottom level. They're pretty easy to find. So we'll probably get the 10 just so we can get that camera view changing thingamabob. So there we go. So now we have a fall flower. If we press F, we can deploy our fall flower, which just essentially makes it so that we don't take fall damage, which is nice. And then later there's also this like leaf that you can get, which is like a hang gliding leaf, and that is my preferred mode of transportation. Honestly, it's way cooler than the fall flower, which is really just like a kind of like a parachute almost. It's not as fun. So we'll grab this, pull, or just fall. It's the other way to do it, to just grab onto something and just fall with it. Let's see if we can find all of the crystals on this bottom level. There's a lot of crystals on this bottom level. They're really easy to find. So what we can do is we can actually grab these Telerouter bits, and they open up, whoop, and then we can teleport. So if we wanted to teleport between, there's one. If we wanted to teleport between here and the beginning, which is, over there, which is not really that far away, we could do that. But it gets more helpful because as you get really high, it's how you can sort of get to the high places easily without having to rock climb all the way up. Because as you can see, it's really, really high in the sky, like really far up there. So you don't want to be climbing that every single time you want to get up somewhere. And here's 2 more gems. We're going to get these last few crystals, get up to 10, and then I will show you what the main bit of the game is, which, I mean, is debatable, because after you do that, you have, like, another objective. But it's your first main objective anyways. So we're going to climb up here really quick, grab this, boom, 7.
I think there's another one just like up here somewhere. Okay, well, actually, no, there's one in the rocks over here. So this one's a bit of a pain in the ass to get to. So we gotta kind of grab the rocks and pull them out of the way. And some of them get a little stuck. So let's do that. There it is. There's one. There's another one down there too. Oh shit! No, Bud! No, Bud! That's one. But there's like one more in there as well. You can actually hear them. So that's kind of how you track them down. Is you just like listen for the sound of the twinkling, which is kind of cool. It's not perfect. It's not real like 3D audio, of course. It's just kind of directional audio, which is okay. But it makes it a bit of a pain sometimes when you're trying to figure out where they are. I'll run in circles around like what seems to be the same spot and not be able to find where exactly the sound is coming from. I'm just like, well, I know the sound is on the left and now it's on the right, but I can't really figure out what's going on. Oh, come on, bud. There we go. See, these rocks are a bit and a half to get out of the way. And there's one more back there, too. Hooah! Hooah! Superman! Hooah! There we go. There it is. Okay. Can we get to that? Bud, come on. Come on. Just walk. Come on. It's right there. Just reach in. Just reach in with your arm. Pull it out. There we go. I just need one more crystal, which I think there's one around the side over here. So we're going to do that. So you can kind of control where he looks, and that kind of controls where he aims his hands. So you just kind of look around with enough. You can, actually, it suggests playing this with a joypad or joypad. Wow. So this, I think it says joypad, or it says gamepad, that's right. So you can play it like an Xbox controller, which I have not tried, but supposedly it's easier. But I found this is actually really freaking easy to control. So.
It took me a little bit the first time I got it. There we go. So now I can zoom out, get a better look for things, and then zoom in. But we'll do this view, because I don't want to be right behind his head. No, not this view. This view. So we're gonna climb up here. So what we do is you climb up the star plant, and you give me a sec. Climb up the star plant. Actually, this bit you don't do it yet. So climb up the star plant. I'm on the star plant. I'm on it. Oh, there it is. So yeah. So you grab onto one of these, and then you press E, and it shoots towards one of these things. And then that makes the plant grow. So you only have to do that a few times, actually. It says 1 out of 4. Obviously, you're doing it more than 4 times. But you're doing it maybe like 15 times, I think, which is not all that bad. And then it grows out these spring leaves, which is a really convenient way to get around the star plant too. So if you want to just like rush growing the star plant, that's actually really easy to do. So we'll climb up here just to get a better vantage, and then jump down, whee, grab on, press E, and you can kind of control them, but not really, because they kind of do whatever they want. Oh, see, because I'm pushing, forward and to the left. I was trying to make it go around the rock, and it did not want to go around the rock. So it's not, I mean, they're kind of controllable. They kind of have a mind of their own as well, so. Oh, shit, bud. And skydiving, bud. That's probably my most favorite part of the game, is skydiving with Bud. So let's see if we can get you to go around the rock. And then around it, around. And then in. Uh-oh. There we go. Did it go in? Can't tell. Oh, it did. Thank God. I was like, what'll happen is after a while it'll stop growing. So, hey, that was cool. I like that. That was neat. So what it grows, and then, ooh, after a while it just slows down. So you can kind of, so you don't actually have to make them go to the rock things if you don't want. You can kind of just make them go wherever you'd like. So we're gonna grab this one. Ooh, grab it! Oh, nice catch. We're just gonna grow this one sort of this way towards the ground. I think it's this way towards the ground. Let's see if we can get it into the ground. Come on. And there we go. And there we go. And now it's just part of the world. That's just something we can climb if we want to, which is nice, I guess. It's really neat. I think it's a really neat game mechanic. You're building your own world, but in like a very RNG, uncontrollable way. And you can kind of do what you want with it. Like, obviously, maybe I want this so that I can always climb up this instead of having to take a teleporter or something. Or maybe I want one that links every single rock, so that way I can just, like, easily just climb these or walk across these from rock to rock. Like, I can do that essentially however I'd like. Grab onto the leaf. Do not fall. Now climb up. Climb up. Climbing up and around the leaves are a little difficult. Come on. Come on. There you go. And then... boing. Nope. And then... boing. Oh, shit. Grab it. Nope, just kidding. Alright, I guess we're going this way. I tend to use that fall flower as just like a oops, I fucked up button to sort of stop me in midair, which is nice. After a while, you actually do have to get a new flower, though, so... which is not a big deal, because they tend to be everywhere. There's one more we need to grab, and I don't know where it is. We're actually going to go over here really quick and open up this teleport. So that's what I was talking about with the whole teleport thing. So instead of having to climb up, this bit every single time you wanted to get up here, but you can just use this teleporter, which is nice. But the thing is, as it gets taller and taller, the teleporters are farther and farther away. So these three, this one, the one down there, and then the one over there, actually are kind of really close to each other. And then the rest tend to be really far away. No, bud! Oh, nice catch. We are going to grab a new flower really quick. So if you just go and grab all of the crystals that you can see that are like in obvious places, you'll probably get like, I don't know, like 40-50% of them. And the rest tend to be kind of hidden, not really. They are, depending on which ones they are, they tend to be pretty easy to get, but there are a couple hidden in places. And then there are some that are like really hidden. You really have to go looking for them. So, you know, that's a problem. Oh, and you know what's neat is you can actually just, there we go, connect it to itself as well. So if you want to do that and then just make this like crazy bridged pathway of doom thing, then yeah, go right ahead. Knock yourself out. No one's gonna stop you. And obviously our botanical utility, not device, droid, can't swim because that makes sense. Make the thing that works with plants not be able to live in water. Not even live in water, but be able to be in water at all. He pretty much died instantly. So there you go. Now it's 214 meters. We have to grow it 2,000 meters. So if you get a sort of perspective on not how difficult, but how long the game might be, it's a good, I don't know, like 2-3 hours of gameplay, depending on how you play. I mean, if you're just rushing the growth, I mean, rushing the star plant, trying to grow it as much as you can, you could probably get through this in like 45 minutes, an hour. Mainly not because it's, you know, there's like puzzles or anything like that, or it's difficult to find a rock or anything, but mainly just because the climbing does take a while. And that's not a bad thing, because if you're playing the game normally, if you're not trying to rush through it, then it really doesn't take all that much time. And especially once you start getting crystals, there's ways to increase your movement and stuff so that it's not quite so difficult. But yeah, if you are just playing it and you're just like straight climbing as fast as you can all the way up, and trying to grow it as quickly as possible, yeah, it's probably gonna take you maybe like 45 minutes or something. But what's cool is just growing the star plant isn't like the only thing you have to do in this game. Like, even after you finish growing the star plant and you gather collecting the crystals, there is like one other thing that I know that you can do. I haven't beat that. There might be something after that as well. But we will see. Oh, no. Oh, that happens sometimes. Just fall off the rock. We're gonna climb up. Super speed climbing. I know a guy who climbs like this. Well, maybe not like this, but you know what I mean. There we go. I'll just grab these crystals as I climb. Oh shit. You can kind of hang off with just one hand and enjoy the sights if you want. Yeah, I mean, I really like his whole like floppy body sort of animation thing. I think it's really neat. It is, however, very glitchy sometimes. Like he's struggling to figure out where he needs to be putting his feet and stuff, which is always really funny looking. It's not like a bad thing though. It doesn't really affect the game in any way. But yeah, and I think this was actually made by like Ubisoft or Ubisoft Partners or something. So yeah, we found a hidden cave. Come on, Dodo. Come on. It's like, where are we going? Oh, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. I don't know if it realizes yet. Get the fuck out of here, bird. Oh, it just landed on the plant. With pretty much no regard to the fact that it had been thrown off a cliff. Satisfying. Come on. Climb up there we go. Let's see. What is it? Oh yeah, we grab these. I think we can rip these off, can we? Can we rip these off? Maybe not. Yeah, neat little cave though. You can grab all the crystals in here. This one's just floating for no reason. Because that's obviously a floaty flower. Is this a floaty flower too? This one's sort of a bluish gray color. Floaty flower? Come on. Just jump in, bud. Oh yeah, I guess all the blue-gray ones were all floaty flowers. I didn't even realize that. I thought it was just that one in the center.
We're gonna grab a couple more crystals in here. As you can see, when you are grabbing the crystals, the first bit is 10% and then to 20%. So you can get the first two really quickly, and then 40, and then 60, and then 100, 60, 100, or 60, 80, 100, I don't remember. We'll see in a second. Come on, grab. Oh, you're useless. Grab, climb. Jump! Oh, grab it! Oh, shit. Didn't work quite the way I wanted it to. Alternatively, we could just climb up here. We've got kind of the full freedom to do however we want to accomplish this, we can do it. You know, we want to do it like hardcore climbing way, yeah, we'll do that. We want to stand on this rock and then jump onto that rock, yeah, we'll do that. We want to float across with our flowers, yeah, we'll just do that. Do however you want. 20, 40, 60, yeah, so 20, 40, 60, 100. So I have like, I think it's 80 or half, I guess, because the save upgraded, but I had 80 on the original one. So I don't know if that last upgrade is, but if I'm correct, I think it makes your jetpack that you get at 20% or 40% maybe. And it makes that jetpack unlimited. Because it's just like a limited jetpack and you get more and more as time goes on. That's pretty much what all the upgrades are. Yep, I spoiled it for you, sorry. Hashtag sorry, not sorry. It's not a secret. You play the game, you'll find it out. You can get that first bit pretty quickly. It does kind of ruin though, you might want to know, what they are, and that might be like some of the excitement of getting all the crystals, like, oh, I wonder what the next upgrade is, but if you understand patterns in any way whatsoever, you probably figure out what that last upgrade is. So there you go.
So it's minimal power thrust, which is like just enough to get you like over maybe a rock or something. It's really nothing. It helps slow you down though, which is nice, because then you can stop using your flower, because your flower wastes away. Oh, look at all these beautiful festering molds, which is not how I spell mold. It's M-O-L-D. Mold, like molds is M-O-U-L-D-S. That's like a I'm using this mold to. This is a mold of a I don't know. This is a pickaxe mold. That sort of thing, you know. I don't know. Maybe I've been just spelling it backwards my entire life. I've just been using the wrong type of mold. I don't know. If anybody knows, please put it in the comments. Tell me that I'm wrong, because I would like to know. So we'll open this one up. Come on. He is a little weird. He does kind of walk wherever he wants. Oh, you're good. Oh, where'd that sheep go? I think the sheep tend to run away. Because I think they know you're going to throw them off the edge. He's gone. Damn it. Sheep. So what you can do, yeah, if you wanted to teleport, just jump in here. And then pick a teleport. So, as you can see, all of these teleports are pretty close to each other. And then the triangle that's blinking is me. And then all the way up at the top of that telerouter map is our ship. So as you can see, quite a distance to go. Quite a distance. But yeah, and then, we could get up there. I think there's something cool about this. I don't know what it is. Video games always feel like they have a ceiling on to me. Even games where they have a sky, it feels like that sky is not real. Like I feel like that sky is just a ceiling painted to look like a sky. And maybe that's just me, and maybe it's just because I play too much video games or something, but I've always wanted a game that feels tall. It feels like it just goes up forever. And I mean, obviously it even goes into space ever so slightly. But like say for something like Minecraft, for example, I don't know, there's something really cool about Minecraft in that, you know, it's unlimited on the X and Z axis, but the Y axis only goes up like 200 blocks, which feels really limiting to me. There's other games like that where, because you can't really like, you have no vertical freedom. It's a game where you're just kind of stuck on the ground. And so you feel, I don't know, it just feels like a box to me. It doesn't feel like it really goes up anywhere. And maybe it's just because there's not a whole lot of tall things in those games. I don't know what it is really. But this game really, really pretty much perfectly captures the feeling of having sort of vertical freedom. And I think it actually does just stop at the space bit. Like, it doesn't really go any farther than that. But if it does, I don't know. Like, I just have tried growing anything farther. But honestly, it's such a tall game that I don't care. That's the thing. It doesn't need to be infinite. It just needs to be tall enough. I think there's a lot of games where it just doesn't feel quite tall enough for me. But luckily, mods tend to fix that in most games. So it's not really... Oh, shit. Yep. Could not get back on it. So we're going to fall down. And I think that's actually where we're going to call it. So, yeah, Grow Home. It's a fun game. I'd like to thank you for watching. Comment, like, rate, subscribe, or don't rate because it's not really a thing anymore. Just comment, like, and subscribe. And I will see you later, YouTube. Bye.